Hello, snowboarders of the internet. I'm your host, Avran LeFeber, and in this video, we're going to be reviewing the K2 Broadcast. This board features K2's directional combination camber, which is directional cam rocker. So you get more rocker in the nose, camber through the midsection, and then rocker in the tail. What this is going to do is give you the load, pop, and snap, plus the drive of this board from the camber section, as well as more optimal powder float from that rocker and ease of entry in and out of turns. This board is available in 153, 156, 159, 162, 158 wide, 163 wide. I rode this board at Arapahoe Basin on a sunny bluebird day with warmer temps. You had moderate to high winds, you had chop, chunder, ice, soft snow, creamy snow, perfect hero groomers, and I rode it with my Rome Black Label bindings and my K2 Thraxis boots. There's a little bit more flex in the nose than the tail, just due to there being more rocker in the nose than the tail, and it stiffens up through the midsection of this board. The torsional flex is a mix between the nose and tail rocker and the center flex, so it kind of matches up and it allows you to twist the board. Overall, it's still a middle of the road, all mountain flex. Now when it comes to stability, yeah, you're going to get some chatter in the nose and that's going to slightly resonate back underfoot. In more rutted out terrain, you have three options. Plow through it, plow over it, or get bucked by it. And this board is designed for all three of those. So keep your knees bent because you want to be aware of what's in front of you before you have to decide if you're going through it, over it, or you're getting bucked and you're going to end up on your ass. Basically, it's lively where it counts, and it's damp and stable to a point. The camber section of this board is easy to engage, and when you roll back on the tail, it gets you with a little bit of a springboard-like effect, so you're going to pop up in the air. Now, nothing has supposedly changed since the last time I rode this board, but it definitely felt a little more snappy and lively, which was nice because launching off side hits, cat track gaps, poppers, whatever, I got a little bit more air. And when it came to hitting the only jump at A Basin, which was questionable at best, this board gave you two options. Be laid back, let the lip throw you. You're probably going to make it right past the knuckle to the sweet spot. Or you could load it up, pop, and you're going to go a little bit higher and a little bit further. Basically, I wouldn't hesitate to hit just about any size jump with this board. It's going to be able to get you through what you need to do. When it comes to buttering, obviously you want to aim for the rocker zone in the nose and the tail. With the nose having a little bit more rocker, you're going to get a deeper press than you would, say, on the tail. Now, when you do engage it and you've got your weight leverage, you're going to feel that camber section in the middle try to fight you. So just be aware of that. It's not an aggressive fight, but it's there, and that could throw you off if you don't know what you're doing. Basically, if you know how to butter, you're going to be fine. If you don't, well, you're probably dead. And when it comes to jibbing, a little speed goes a long way with this board. Yes, the rocker zones are the sweet spots, and they're going to lock into a nose or a tail press and hold to the end of the feature, and you're going to be able to pop out. When you go sideways, there's a tiny amount of give on this board, so it will flex just a little bit over the feature. It doesn't fully feel like a plank where you're just balance boarding on it, but it also doesn't clap out. It just slightly cradles it, and if anything, it is kind of forcing you to just be aware that it's not going to have as much give as other boards out there, but what would you expect from a deck like this? The edge-to-edge power transmission is very fluid. You notice that it's smooth from edge to edge, toe to heel, back and forth. You don't have to worry about it. And when you load up the center of the camber section back through the tail under that rear foot, you can really drive a hard carve, lay it over, and get it to slingshot out. Now, if you're being a little bit more laid back, engaging off the front foot, and then ankle steering, this is where this board shines, in my opinion. It's very fun to just sort of swoop a carve from one side of the run back to the other and not be overly aggressive. And then, say a fat skier falls in front of you and you've got to just rip a carve around him, you get that power from the back foot. Now, when you do lay this over to try to leave a giant trench, you're going to notice there's some limitations with this. It's not a full-on Eurocarve machine. You can Eurocarve with it for sure, but it's not a Eurocarve machine. You're going to hit those limitations and notice that it's starting to kick out on the tail. It's not giving you all that power. But like I said, it's those short, tight, quick setup turns and medium mellow carves where this board truthfully shines. Who's this board for? The all-mountain freestyle guy. When you get sampled for review, sometimes you get something that's a little off. The last time I rode this board, it felt lifeless. It just didn't have pop. And this one has way more pop in it and is way more lively. and just more in tune with how they describe this board. I actually really like this for what it was. It's a good all-mountain freestyle board, and yes, I know that they market it as an all-mountain freeride board. In my opinion, it's just a directional all-mountain freestyle board. This board does what you need it to do. You can just rely on it to not hold you back in just about any situation, and it's also kind of fun for what it is. Comparable boards: the Jones Mountain Twin, the Capita Mercury, the LibTech TRS. Binding recommendations: the K2 Formula, the Battalion Astro, the Union Strata. This has been my review of the K2 Broadcast. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you own one? Are you going to buy one? Leave me a comment down below. Let's have a conversation about this snowboard. If you're new here, remember to subscribe, click the bell, get those notifications. That way you're not missing any of the videos we got coming out for all you snowboarders of the internet. And if you really like what we're doing over here and you want to support us further, why don't you swing on over to Angry Snowboarder VIP and become a member. Sure, I could tell you more here, but I got a video over there that explains it so much better. As always, I've been your host, Avran LeFeber, and I'll see you in another video.